Today we have a new unit. We are going to talking about the environment and unit 6. In the module 3 unit 6 reading page 68 and 69 we will inshallah practice in identifying the main idea of the text. Then practice in reading for specific information. Pre-reading. Pre-reading. We will answer the two questions. Before reading, ask yourself these questions. We have two questions and try to answer these questions individually. In your opinion, give me your opinion. What do you think? What are the most serious environmental problems more dangerous? That's in environment. So the most serious environment problem we are facing and why? We have some words like, for example, global warming, and we have also cutting down trees and nuclear and etc. I would say, this is a suggestion answer, I would say that global warming, that increasing in the temperature of the earth gradually or rapidly, is very serious environmental problem that affect people all over the world. So it's affect all the people in the world. The destruction, destroying, cutting down of rainforests is cutting down trees in the forest, in the rainforest, a serious problem because they produce 40% of the earth oxygen. So trees produce oxygen and it's produce about 40% of the earth oxygen. So we now there's a problem environment. We pollute the environment by cutting down the trees. Second question, what sources in the future for power and energy do you think we'll use in the future? Okay, think about that sources. We can say energy from the sun. We can say free, nuclear power, and it's or solar energy will become more common because reserve of fossil fuel, gas and petrol are running out, will finish in time. Okay. Okay, before reading, I have strategy for reading. Before starting read, please read these steps. The first one is read and underline the first sentence of each paragraph. Look at each paragraph and read and underline the first sentence, and we will implement this strategy today to find out the main idea of the paragraph, to find out the general idea, the main idea of the paragraph. Usually the main idea is existed in the first sentence, okay? And sometimes coming in the second sentence. Then skimming, read quickly the rest of the sentences in the paragraph. Read quickly the rest of the sentences. Then when you finish, come back and read the text again slowly and carefully and try to find out the meaning of the words you don't know, and try to understand the new words throughout the context. You can figure out the meaning of the words. We will try this strategy right now. reading. Okay, this is a pre-reading. This is a pre-reading, and these are the questions that I answered before. The global warming, acid rain, when the rain mixed with the carbon and become polluted. Air pollution and water pollution, that means the air has some pollution or some dirty things, we can say. Destruction of rainforests, cutting down trees, extinction of animal and plant species. That means that animal or planet is not existed anymore. Okay, and these are the sources. Fossil fuel, so the energy that we use today, gas and petrol, and also that. And we have hydroelectric. Hydro is water. Hydro is water. That means the power coming from the water and solar energy. Okay, look at this brochure. This is a brochure. We can see here. This is a brochure. This is a brochure for exhibition in for building the future, the 7th international exhibition. Okay, it's about the housing in the future. Here, okay. We will read the first sentence only. This exciting exhibition is centered on focusing on cutting edge development, cutting edge advance. That means they are looking for something better and something new in the field of ecological architecture, architecture and technology. So this one is friendly of ecological, that means friendly of the environment. That means that houses will be architecture, how to draw the house, and technology. The main idea, look, the main idea is here. The main idea is that building should be growing and not built, Then you can read the rest. And now I understand this exhibition is about the building in the future. They are looking for something unusual happened in the future. And then read the rest of the information. Go to the second one, second part. We can find here the home pavilion. Now this paragraph, or this 2 paragraphs talking about the home of pavilion, houses. So from the outside, read carefully and concentrate. They look like normal house. They like our houses today. But if you take a closer look, if you examine everything, you discover that these homes of the future are like nothing you have ever seen before. So it's completely different. Now I understand from this sentence that is this paragraph is talking about the house and the material in the house. It's from outside look like our houses, but inside, when you take a closer look, examine everything, you will find it's different. It's completely different. So skimming the rest of the paragraph, and we have a new word here, generates like from where, yeah, follow the arrow. Okay, continue walking in the exhibition. You will find out soon possible have to a greenhouse. A greenhouse, that means that houses is a friend of the environment. Green means green area, a green market, greenhouse, any word coming with green, that means that house or area or garden or anything is a friend of environment. Okay, greenhouse which generates all the energy a family need from the sun. So these houses introduce the energy from the sun. Go to the other one, the urban space station pavilion. The urban, that's city, that means around city, space station Let's read the first one. This is futuristic. This is adjective. Future is noun, and futuristic is adjective. Technology, that means that technology will be used in the future for the environment. This sentence is short. I can't find out everything or the main idea from this sentence. Let's continue. The city space station will be built on top of existing high-rise building. Skyscraper, towers. Okay, it will build on that tower and will make use of solar power. So I understand now, and this urban space station, this is the future technology that will be on the top of the skyscrapers and produce, or they will use the solar power, so to produce the energy from the solar power. And then complete skimming the rest of the paragraphs. Let's go to the C residence section. Do you know in the exhibition there's many sections? This is the C residence section pavilion. C residence pavilion, that means many people. Residence building, we know that's residence building full of people who living, where people live. Okay, so they say it will be existed in the sea. Let's read. How would you feel if you lived on a giant platform on the sea, or inside a giant plastic bubble under the ocean? Stop here. Here he asks you, or he tell you how to imagine that. Can you imagine that? How would you feel? Can you describe your feeling when you living on the platform? This is the platform over the sea, okay? Or inside bubble, inside the ocean. This is imaginary. This is an imaginary. Of course, that's maybe happen in the future, but not near future. But when it does, this kind of dwelling homes, this kind of homes will run on ocean thermal power, will be demands on the thermal power. And read the rest of the paragraph. Okay, the Palm Oliver Resort and Hotel, and also in the exhibition they talking about the hotels and the resorts in the future. We will read also the first sentence. This is a hotel which is more than aware. This hotel is aware, is taking care of the environment, is a friend of the environment. So everything here operates on renewable energy. Renewable energy, that energy is not finished any more, will not finished. There is no end for this energy. So from a local geothermal, geo is the earth and thermal is heat coming from the earth. This is renewable energy. It's not end anymore. And all the hotels, towels and linens linen are made from organic cotton. We have a new word here. The Palm River also boasts social awareness, so they encourage social awareness. And complete the rest of the paragraph. Okay, last thing in the in this brochure, hours and admission fee. They'll tell you about, they are open from Friday to Sunday from 9 to 8 p.m. and Monday to Thursday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And this is the prices for work days or weekdays, and this is the prices for weekend. Weekend is more expensive than weekdays, okay? This is for adults, this is for college student who has ID. ID is a card, identification card that proof he is studying in the college, and under 17 for the children. You can find the things that including in the price and not included. Okay. Now you can pause the video, stop the video, and read again carefully, then answer the question by yourself in individual. Okay. After that, come back and assuming the video to see your answer, to check your answer and to complete our lecture. What does the brochure say about the appearance of the homes in the exhibition? I think this is in the homes paragraph. So let's look. The homes pavilion. Look at the first sentence. I told you before the first sentence has the main idea. So the answer is existed in the first sentence. It's look like normal house, but with the closer look, it's definitely or it's completely different. So they are unlike normal one. They are unlike normal one. How much would a group of 4 friends have to pay for a guided tour? This is the last slide we talked about the time and the fee and everything. You can check over there and check how much to pay for the tour. Look here, guided tour $5 per person with maximum of 10. Okay? There is a minimum charge of 25. If you are 2 or 3 or 4, you can pay 25. Not if you are 2, you can't pay $10 for the tour. The minimum charge is 25. Okay, so here a group of 4 friends, they will pay how much? $25. According to the brochure, which of the following are you not able to do online? You can do all of these online except one thing. Check the, after reading, you will know the answer. It's reserve a table at the coffee shop. You can book a room, you can watch documentary, you can buy a ticket online, but reserve a table is not allowed online. On which day can you visit the pavilion until 8 p.m.? Until 8 p.m. it must be in the weekend, because in the weekdays it closes at 6 p.m. So I will choose Saturday. This is the answer. From Friday to Sunday, 9 to 8 p.m. How much does a college student and his 16 years old brother have to pay for an afternoon at the exhibition? Okay, how much they must pay to do that, to enter the exhibition. For the college, you can find it over here. This is the college student, $20, and this is the under 17, $15. Maybe it can be $50, 30 and 20, but it's not existed with the choices here. So it is $35. Which of the following informs you about documentary screening? Who is inform you about the documentary screening? Check the paragraph. I think it's in the first paragraph, and you will find this number 937-555-3015. Okay, how long does it take to complete a tour of the exhibition? It's already existed. It's 15, half an hour, 1.5, 90 minutes. It's an hour and a half. Look, check. To 90 minutes. It's 1 hour and a half. Which place is not recommended for people with disability? Which place is not allowed for disability to involve? Let's check. The Sea, Palm Oliver, Urban Space, Sky Coffee Shop. Let's check here. It's in the Sea residence. Please note that water floor is slippy. Where slippy, look at this slip, falling down. If you slippy, you fall down. It's not suitable for wheelchairs. So the Sea. Where is an environmentally friendly form of energy currently nowadays used? The homes pavilion, the urban sea palm. Let's check here. It's in the Palm Oliver Resort Hotel, and it's also exists in the first sentence. Okay, so operates an renewable energy from local geothermal source. Where is it? Some series. Okay, Palm Oliver Resort Hotel. Where should you go for information on plants in the future? Let's check. The home pavilion, in the second paragraph, you will find it in the first sentence. There is a separate section. It's not involved with the other section. It's alone on garden and plants. It's for the garden and plants in the future. So we can, what can not do after, sorry, where is it? Palm Oliver, urban or home pavilion? In home pavilions. This is for garden. What can you not do after 4 p.m.? Something you can do that in the exhibition. What's it? It is guide tour. It's closed 4 p.m. It's from 11 to 4. You can use documentary screen to find out about the exhibition. So go on guide tour. 12th and last one, where can you see walls made of natural building material? The building, that's the walls which can built by natural material. It's in the home pavilions, I think so. Let's check. It's in the home pavilions. Walls built with bags of earth, of sand. It's full of sand mixed with straw and volcanic rock. Then it's in the home pavilion. Now guessing about these new words and the meaning in the on the right. Okay, cutting edge, that means in advance. That means in advance. Advanced, something advanced. Okay. Ramps, it's artificial slopes, artificial man-made slopes. It's a metal used for disability people who must use wheelchair to go from the place to another place. It's a slopes. Ramps. Generates, I told you before, it's produce. Dwelling, it's homes. Renewable, that means natural. That means this energy is natural and never ending. Never ending. Boasts, encourage or promotes. Encourage or promotes. Okay, last thing, post reading. Would you like to visit building the future 7th International Exhibition? Why and why not? If you like that, say yes and tell me why. If you don't, say no and tell me also why. Which section of the exhibition do you find most interesting? Unrealistic. Why? What is the most thing is very interesting for you? Okay, after we following up the strategy, reading strategy, we are now going to answer the question as a suggestion answers, okay, an example, but I want your opinion. Write your opinion about this question. Don't copy these answers, please. If you say yes, I would definitely like to visit the exhibition because, look, I would definitely like that because I am very interested in both architecture and technology. He like building homes and technology. If you say no, you can say not really, because even though I know that ecological, that's the architecture, that means the homes, which is friend of the environment, and technological advances are important issue. I'm very interested in things like that. Second question, which section do you find it interesting? In my opinion, give me your opinion also here. The homes pavilion is the most interesting because it's also most realistic. We can live it, as it shows us things that will soon be possible. I would say the most unrealistic is not real, which is not real. Section is the sea residence pavilion because living in the giant plastic bubbles, that's maybe you can't believe that right now, but maybe it's existing in the future under the ocean doesn't sound very probable to me. So this is the suggestion answer for the lesson today. And inshallah tomorrow or the next class we will start the grammar and the vocabulary in the unit 6. Thank you for paying attention. Please stay home and don't go out anymore. See you inshallah next class. Goodbye.